Well, we have been trying to figure out what we're going to do about crossing the ferry. I know it's been super busy this summer. From what I understand, like, it's been sold out pretty consistently. And rather than try to book something which might be too many days off in the future, we've just decided tonight to just drive to the toll booth. Right when they open up in the morning, we will head on through and then wait in line to get an extra spot for people who no-show.
Yeah, we're just kind of winging it.
Yeah, whether or not this will work, we will let you know. I'm hoping that people don't show up. I think it's probably pretty regular. They're either late or they just don't come. Right now, there's 2 lanes here that are going to Nanaimo, Vancouver Island, which is where we want to go. And then from there, we're going to go north. Fingers crossed we can get on the first one that leaves tomorrow. If not, then even if we have to wait a few hours or a few sailings, I believe they go every 45 minutes or every hour or something like that.
It's late.
Pardon me, it's about 1:30 in the morning. I think first sailing is at like 6:45, so if we can get on the ferry, we can sleep for 2 hours while the ferry rolls. Anyways, we'll let you know what happens. Fingers crossed we don't waste our time. We don't have to sit here for too long. And maybe we've figured out the secret to overbooked ferries.
Yeah.
The back is already set up as a bed, as you can see. We just need to put in our window coverings. The problem is we can't sleep through when the booth is open, and I have no idea when that's going to be. So we're probably going to have to set an alarm for like 5:30. Excuse me.
That made you yawn.
Maybe 5 o'clock.
Gross.
I'll have to look up and see if I can find out what time the ferry's open or what time they allow boarding to start. Because I'm going to guess that...
So do you think all of these vehicles here have booked?
No idea. I'm going to guess they haven't. If they have a time booked, they could just show up within the hour before and get on the ferry.
I see.
So I'm going to guess every one of these people
We're doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Those people kind of look like dirtbag like us. They've got a Shambhala sticker on their rooftop carrier.
The camper over there.
Camper, yeah, no one telling where they're going though. They're just in the oversized lane.
Yeah.
They could be going this way, but...
All right, well, let's hope for the best.
Oh, yawning again. Yeah. Time for bed. Time for bed. I need my wallet too. Hey there. We don't have a reservation. We'd like to get in line to go to Nanaimo. Just 2? Okay, on debit. Lane 6. Okay, thanks a lot. Oh, well, good morning. We napped. It's 5:23. They say you can check in up to 120 minutes before your sailing, but our sailing, if it's at 6:30, it's 60 minutes before. They didn't say anything about whether we'd have a chance of getting on or not, but here we are. Fingers crossed this goes pretty quick. Oh, and you're missing the real show. Oh, you just missed it. Marilyn climbed into the front.
Speed bumps and all. Bashing my head on the roof.
Great big speed bumps. And here we are at the cone.
Is this like the front of the line?
Front of the line for the people that...
Yeah, don't have a spot or a red zone.
Yeah.
So are there bathrooms here now, you think?
Yeah, I know just up there to the right There are bathrooms and a vending machine and everything, so you could probably walk up there now.
Okay, I'm gonna check that shit out.
Alrighty. Well, there she goes to find a bathroom. I cannot say that I blame her. That's one of the nice things about being a boy. I grew up with 4 sisters, so let me tell you, I know the difference. And I also know how grateful I am. I was always reminded of how lucky I should be to have outdoor plumbing. We are at the front of the line, so hopefully we get lucky and we're just able to roll on. Really, like at this point, we just need like one more spot. Now it is 5:28. I had set my alarm for like 4:20. It went off. Nothing was happening. So I just kind of laid down. There was enough noise. There was enough noise and everything that I could tell if someone was going to be, like if the car next to us started their engine. So I just kind of risked to kind of keep snoozing. But yeah, there was enough noise that there was no problems hearing when everyone was starting to go. As soon as one of the kiosk lights turned green, showing that they were now accepting people to board, lots of commotion, lots of noise. So if I was a heavy sleeper, I might have missed it. But I'm also going to guess that the people behind you, well, they probably just flow around you. So I don't know. What I don't know, though, is how else you'd predict the time that they opened, because they say that you can arrive 120 minutes prior to your sailing, but those kiosks did not turn green until an hour before. So maybe you can get yourself an extra hour of sleep that we weren't able to get. But yeah, the sun's starting to rise. There's a little bit of light in the sky. Hopefully this ends up being much shorter of an ordeal than we expected it would be.
Bathrooms, success. Sure, there's bathrooms, but then they're like, can't come in without a ticket for a re-entry. And I was like, oh geez. I started turning back around, and then I saw some other guy. I just like watched him from like a creepy distance. Watched which door he went into, and then I was like, oh okay, I was almost there. So I did not give up, I kept going. Anyways.
Well, I think I'm gonna run.
It's the first little area that, I forget what it's called now anyways, but you'll see like this kind of store looking thing with vending machines and then there's bathrooms.
Probably the same bathrooms that we used last summer when we came.
No idea.
Well, I'm gonna go to the washroom now. I'll be back.
Minutes later. 15 minutes later.
Well, shoot. Oh, geez. I was about to buy something from the vending machine when I saw a text coming from her saying they're moving the cones. But by the time I got out, she was already rolling on. I watched her drive by this right here. As I was running up, someone said, "Don't worry, I'll get you on." So I'm just gonna trust that that'll work. I'll keep you updated. What a gong show. Always an adventure. Just goes to show though that you're never screwed completely. There's always a way to figure shit out. She said she was at the front. They let me just walk on. Oh, there she is.
Like literally I had 2 seconds to let you know.
I know.
She literally picked up the cone. She's like, "Time to drive." I was like, "All right," and I like sent that message frantically. I'm like, "They're moving the cones. They're moving the cones." I was like driving down. I see you like running out. I'm like,
as I ran out, the guy was like, "Stop, stop, stop." And he's like, "Don't worry, I'll get you on." I was like, "Okay." But yeah, unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to sleep in this thing.
Absolutely
This thing's
not.
like tilted way forward. We're like,
Well,
probably
we're
at
at the
a
very front, right?
yeah 20-degree angle, but we are at the front of the ship. And to get on first sailing, and I got on too.
Yeah, and you got on too.
Oh, that was hilarious.
I was like, and then I was calling you. Did you see that?
I saw, yeah. I was actually I just come out of the bathroom and was like at the vending machine. I was like, I should grab something. And then I'm like, oh, she's calling. Yeah.
So I like grabbed the keys and walked over to the other side. I was like, I guess he's on his own.
That was less of an ordeal than I thought it was going to be, even before I missed getting on the boat. I was expecting we were going to be here till noon, at least, if not until the afternoon.
Because of missing sailings?
Yeah, just because there wasn't going to be room. But
I'm going to guess there's actually not that many people that book for this early.
Well, but it was fully booked. It was sold out. The website was sold out until the last sailing today.
Maybe there's more people that just don't actually want to make it for this time, and they're just like, fuck it, let it go.
Well, but they say that there's not any option. Like, when you get here halfway through the day, you're missing like 5 sailings, 6 sailings.
There must be something, I don't know.
Yeah. The other thing it said that the ship capacity was only at like 50%, which didn't make sense.
Are they doing this COVID numbers or something?
Nope. Everything's back to normal. So unless they only book that much and then the rest is just open. But yeah. Anyways.
And we're a considered oversized vehicle. I don't know if that would have anything to do
with it. But we shouldn't be. We're under 7 feet and we're under 20 feet long. Yeah. Like 7 feet tall.
That's how they mark us though. So.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like extra, like do they charge extra?
I think they do. That's why after we went through the kiosk, I was like, wait a second.
Well, the next time we might just have to try and book.
Yeah.
Book our own ticket.
Oh well. We made it. Now, I don't know, do we want to try doing coffee on an angle?
No. I'm curious to know what that's going to feel like sleeping though.
Well, we're not. We're going to like shake down to the front the whole time.
I want to try it though.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Like it's some kind of a ride at an amusement park?
It just might be a nice, gentle...
Can you roll my window up real quick?
Yeah, I gotta turn this way on. Like roll it all the way down?
Just roll it up.
Oh, up.
Mine.
Yeah.
Grab my arm. The other arm. My other arm.
Yeah, there, just because it's so noisy.
I thought you meant mine.
No.
Okay, well I'm gonna crawl to the back and see what that's like. By the way, those makeshift shoes are in front of our...
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. We get on this ferry. One of the small open ones.
I was tired like it was.
She wasn't that tired.
I was.
Anyways, we pull in. It's probably a ferry that carries like 15 or 20 cars. And there's these wooden blocks at the front that you use to chalk your tires so that the vehicles can't roll off the ferry while you're floating around in the water. And she looks over and points at them and she says, what are those, makeshift shoes or something? And I'm like, first of all, they're like huge. Anyone who had them on their feet would probably be getting dropped off the edge of a boat. Like, we're gonna sink you to the bottom kind of thing. Anyways, we had a good laugh at that when I explained that they were really just wheel chocks made so that your van doesn't roll around. What's that?
It's fine.
You're like literally, so like this is literally the height of her head.
Yeah.
So you can see she's like at an angle, like this is not level. This is level. And
watch me do it.
she thinks it's good for now, but in like 3 minutes, her feet are gonna be like up here between these two seats and then she's gonna be complaining. I think I'm gonna crawl back there and mock her a little bit more. And
as you crawl back here with me.
well, I'm going around through the door like a regular human. I'm not a pet. So for reference, you can see the floor in front of us. I'm really doubtful this is going to work well, but here we are. That could almost be foresty forest behind us.
Almost.
And I can just feel myself sliding down. We need makeshift shoes to keep us in place. What are these makeshift shoes? Every time we get on a ferry, we remember that. I remember that. She remembers that.
The thing you're forgetting about that story, though, is the minute those words came out of my mouth, I knew it was incorrect.
That's the best part of you, though, is that most of the time it's until after the words come out of your mouth that you realize. And I get all the entertainment. Well, now we get to share that with you guys.
We still only an hour and a half, eh? Sailing time?
Hour 40, I think.
Ugh.